Remon Azab here. Most of you may know me from the Team Skunk server or from the LordSkunk.com live streams as a co-host. Uh, here just to share a couple of my thoughts on some of these new things that have occurred. Guild hopping. Just the gear in general. Now, while we do that, I'm going to go ahead and do some GW. I'm almost done here with my GW for the day because I tried to record this a few minutes ago, and unfortunately, it timed out, and I continued to think I was being recorded for about, I'd say, 20 minutes or so, and I just kept talking, and it was not. So, moron. But anyway, um, now as far as this is concerned, I just wanted to touch base with you guys about the guild hopping situation. Now, I don't necessarily have any qualms about somebody trying to get Han Solo shards. What makes me upset about it is the extra gear that people are getting. Again, I am one of the few people that didn't pre-craft, so I mean, I wasn't able to get some of my characters ahead, like my Qui-Gon or any really of these characters that need droid callers or Nubian techs. I just haven't been able to get there because I'm still collecting pieces or just waiting on the gods of RNG to give me, the right raid gear I need. So, I mean, it's definitely been a struggle in that regard, trying to catch up. Now, I mean, fortunately, I happen to have leveled up some other characters. My PvP team is doing okay now because I've changed my PvP team entirely. I was running Jedi, even though they weren't the trend anymore for a while. I liked running the whole Yoda, Ahsoka, Qui-Gon lead situation, and it worked out very well for me. It was a lot of fun. But right now, Qui-Gon is just unusable as far as I'm concerned because, I mean, he's still stuck at Gear 8. It's been about 2 months now since this whole pre-crafting situation, and I haven't been able to catch up. I'm still just sitting there with a Gear 8 Qui-Gon. Let's see. Where is he? There he is. My pretty little Gear 8 Qui-Gon. But uh, it's just, it's not that it's not that it's like a cheating situation or it's I'm mad that somebody else pre-crafted their gear. I mean, smart on their part, dumb on my part, I guess. But at the end of the day, there should have been some sort of patch or some sort of a fix for that for the people that did not necessarily maybe have the foresight to pre-craft, so that they could catch up with some of this stuff. I mean, it's just again, it's not that. It's not that it's a huge, huge deal, but at the same time, I mean, we are talking about pretty much giving somebody a month to 2 month advantage over some of the other people in their arena. And I don't know how many of you have had problems with it, but for a few weeks there, it was tough. I mean, I was fighting 38K power opponents because I'm on an older server. I've been playing since November, and uh, 38K power opponents when my team was only a 29, 30K power team. So, I mean, it was kind of tough there to try to play catch up. And again, I just feel that to this point, there still has been no addressing of that situation, nothing fixed about it, and that to me is just not right. Because I mean, at the end of the day, um, you know, some of us that are trying to um, use the players that they like and not have to just use the meta characters or use the characters that they can use because they were able to get gear for them, fortunately. It's not necessarily right. I mean, if I want to use my Qui-Gon right now, I can't because he's Gear 8, and that's just not going to work. I mean, he'll get knocked out really quickly. He's super squishy right now in comparison to some of these other players. Now, this Rebel team is working really well for me. So, I mean, fortunately, I've been able to survive with this. But again, I just feel like um, by this point there should have been some sort of a fix that was put out there, and there hasn't been. And to me, it's just not right. Now some of you may feel differently about it. Some of you may feel like it's just whoever was able to do it, great for them, and whoever wasn't able to do it, not so great for them. But in a world where they call certain things fair and certain things unfair, like they do here. Oh, brought back Han, excellent. Um, because I mean they decided to come out and out and just straight up say that this guild hopping thing is fair. It's fair play. Now we'll see how fair it is, in the next couple of days. Because if they come up with a cooldown or some sort of fix so that people can't do it anymore, then you'll know what their real feelings are about it. Okay. Now, I think that this is more of just a PR move because ultimately, you don't want the first person that unlocks Han Solo to be called a cheater. So we're going to go ahead and celebrate the guy. But I mean, how is preemptively manipulating the system for a month uh, any better than somebody who accidentally logged out of their game and logged back in and then got free Vader shards when they didn't even do that on purpose? There were people that accidentally did that were suspended. So they actually lost the ability to gain XP for days. Their accounts were locked. They couldn't gear up their characters. They couldn't spend their energy. They couldn't do anything because of the fact that they accidentally logged out of their game and logged back in. I mean, I was in a chat with somebody while it actually happened to them. So, I mean, now that person particularly wasn't banned, but or suspended, but other people I know were, and for me, for them to not, for them to deem that a cheat and to deem like actually planning and jumping from guilds and getting extra raid gear to not be a cheat, I think that that's not right. If you're going to call one a cheat, they're both a cheat, right? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, okay, but that's just my opinion. Ultimately, it's not going to affect my day if somebody has Han Solo, a few weeks before I do. But it's just I think that they're trying to make it a positive thing instead of a negative thing. And once they found out that people were getting really close to unlocking Han, they had to make a decision that they were going to either attack these people for manipulating the system or give them credit for being smart about it. And they chose to give them credit for being smart about it. And I think it was just really more geared towards spinning it in a positive light than making it in a negative situation. And to me, I mean, that's fine. I mean, but again, you can't come out here and say this is fair, but that's not fair. I mean, so if you're saying that any way of manipulating the system and getting an advantage is not a fair thing, then that should not be fair too. So again, that's just my opinion, but I just think that it's a little ridiculous to come out and say that this is right, but that's not right. So, and that's basically what they're doing here in this situation. So now, again, it's partly my fault. I knew that weeks. Or a couple. I'm sorry. I knew that it was going to be a little bit of a struggle trying to catch up with the gear. But had I known really, how long this climb from 70 to 80 was going to be, and had I known how unobtainable this unobtainable gear was going to be, I mean, I had no idea that we were talking about being here now almost 2 months after these people pre-crafted and still sitting here without my first droid caller. I mean, that's just a little stressful. And again, that's just bad RNG. It's just bad luck for me. But there should be some place where I can obtain that gear at this point and try to catch up, and there just isn't, and they haven't created any module for that. So look at that Kit Fisto going 3 times in a row. Thanks, Kit. Revive my Han and just take him right out again. Let's go for fives. Ah, the stun. That's good. Now, um, I'm not a big whiner, so I'm not gonna go on and on about this, but uh, I just feel like at this point um, I should have been able to at least. I mean, even if they made it a rarer item to obtain, let's say in shipments, like they've made uh, the uh, um, the furnaces something you can buy in shipments, but it's not something that's going to necessarily appear in your shipments every single day, right? So, I mean, you could have done something similar with the droid callers where, I mean, maybe even rarer than furnaces. Maybe once every 2 weeks you get a droid caller in your shipments or something, but they're just not even there at all. And that's, again, something that, many of my characters need. And I haven't even gotten, not have I only not gotten a full piece, I've only gotten 19 pieces towards a droid caller to this point. So, we're talking about 19 pieces out of 50 towards getting a droid caller. So if I finish in the top 10 on my next raid, I may get the 40 pieces necessary to get my first droid caller if I get lucky. And again, that's extremely unlikely because even getting the droid caller pieces to me have been kind of rare, and I just I don't feel like I'm going to get it. Now I'm 10 pieces away from getting my Ray to Gear 10, which will be a happy day because Ray Gear 10 is just literally insane at this point because if you omega all of her abilities and you have her at Gear 10, I mean, she's going so fast right now. With my Akbar lead, if I get to, um, well, actually, I mean, when I get to the 10, it's not going to matter because she's going to go before Akbar. But, um, she's just hitting so hard. And on top of that, I mean, she's just so fast right now that she's clearly, I mean, in my opinion, the best player in the game at this point. I mean, I'd say Leia is a close second. And then there's some others that are really in that same ballpark there. But I'd say that, far and away at this point, Ray is just, I mean, if you don't have Ray, you should be farming her. If you're not farming her, you should start. She's just really an unbelievable asset in every phase of the game, whether that's here in GW or in a PvP match or in your raids. I mean, she's just going to help out your raid teams so much, especially when you're talking about those earlier phases like phase 1 and 2 and 3, where you're going to either drop the door on the Rancor or you're going to, be attacking the Gamorrean Guard. So just definitely a great asset for any team comp, especially, a high level team comp at this point. So if you're, on your way up, starting to decide, which direction you're going to go in, I would say anybody who hasn't already started the ray farming or going in that direction should start right away. Now, let's see here. I'm really loving this Rebel synergy. This is not my actual PvP team here, but um, it just the amount of turn meter manipulation with these Rebels right now is so insane. I mean, if I could just get a droid caller for my Akbar, we'd be in a lot better shape. But I mean, it's just so much turn meter being given to with Han and Akbar, and I'm using Rex right now in my PvP team. So just fantastic all the way around. I mean, I've just been having a great experience with these Rebels. So I'm hoping to continue to work on that. I just got Wedge Antilles last week, so I'm gonna go ahead and nope, didn't work again that time. But I'm hoping to get Wedge Antilles. Well, I got Wedge Antilles last week, so I'm hoping to level him up. But from looking at the information, It seems like Wedge actually needs a single piece of every type of unobtainable gear, so that's going to take me a little while. I believe he actually needs a scanner, a droid caller, and a Nubian design tech, and a furnace to get to level 10. Which, I mean, if I'm wrong, please leave me a note in the comments section here. But we were looking at it last night, and I was about to pump a bunch of ability mats into him, and I decided to hold off a little bit because I still need a lot of that gear. So, I mean, and they're going to go to other people before Wedge Antilles. So, he's somebody that I want to work on. But, you know, it'd be kind of cool, though, to have a unique Wedge Antilles. I mean, Gavin McGear 10, it seems like if he's going to be a hard character to gear up like that, there's probably not going to be many that have McGear 10. So, it's definitely something I'm going to work on. But, all right, let's see here. What's the last team we're going to use? I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, they got the I'm a Gun situation going on. Let's throw the same situation right back at them. Want to go I'm a Gun So we'll do... Oh, wait, he was all the way up top. So we'll do I'm a Gun lead with... Kit, Ayla, go ahead and get Dooku in there. And who else? Who else does the counterattack? Let's go with... I know Sunfac has some counterattacks. Let's throw Sunfac in there. I think he gets to about... I have him at 45% counterattack right now. I'm not sure. I think he gets to 50. So, counterattack team. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to auto it. No, actually, I'm not going to auto it. Let's go through it. First and foremost, let's stun their Gundy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I should do this AoE just to see what happens, right? Yes. Oh, that's awesome. Um, let's throw up that Sunfac taunts. Wow. The dodginess of the Yoda. Well, their Gundy is super tanky. Again, same thing with Count Dooku here. I mean, when you use him, he is just not as pretty as when you're fighting against a Count Dooku. I mean, Count Dooku, when you're playing against him in a PvP match, maxed out. I mean, he is just stunning people left and right. I mean, he's like, he's like a messiah out there, But when you use him, you can barely get him to stun somebody. Oh, there goes the first counterattack. All right, get that Sunfac out of there. That's okay. I don't think this team I have is going to make it. They're just a little bit more geared up with this team than mine is. So just wanted to try this comp out just to see how it works, but um, it's not bad. I mean, I think with if I maxed out all the gear and the abilities for Kit and Ayla, they'd really be a nice complement to this team. Really be. I mean, again, I don't think this is going to be like a meta team. I don't think we're going to see a lot of this, but it could definitely be a cool team to play around with in GW. That's for sure. Let's at least get one character out of here. Come on. Oh no. Yeah, that's pretty much the end. That's all she wrote. So. Oh. That was domination, but it was fun to try it. Alright, so. Now let's put a real team in there. Let's try. Okay. So let's try a little bit of a mixed bag here. We're going to go ahead and use the. I'm going to go ahead and use the Rex lead with Royal Guard, Ray. We'll use General Grievous and Darth Maul. Yep. It's happening. Let's see if we can take these guys down. I have my doubts, seriously, but they're not really a super speedy team. So, I mean, except for Yoda. So, let's see what happens. Why does my Maul not have any protection? He's Gear 8. That doesn't make any sense. That's really weird. He should totally have protection. Okay. Anyway, let's see here. So, unless she just knocked off all of his protection with that one attack, and I'm just missing something here. Let's get him out of here. Now, let's try and stun Yoda. Nope. Oh, wow. That was unbelievable. Alright, so let's go for Luminara over here with that. Get everybody defense up. And we're going to go ahead and get Ayla here. Okay. We may not make it here, but we'll get close enough. This comp is a little squishy. Oh. That's why Grievous isn't worth it. Let's see if we can take out one more person here. I don't think so. Maybe. Yes. Okay. Not too bad. I mean, horrible, but still we're gonna make it. So, um, now let me throw out one more team comp here. I mean, really, we might as well just throw this team in and order the rest. Now, just in closing here, I just want to say again, I'm not trying to be complaining about all this stuff. I'm not really the type that's gonna whine about changes to the game or things that happen, but some of this stuff should be remedied. I mean, I think again, we're talking about giving people the ability to gear up their characters, which is really the fair thing to do. I mean, again, we're trying to, we're all trying to play catch up with these people that we're able to pre-craft, but I mean, they should make it somewhat obtainable or a little bit more obtainable than they're making it right now. That's just my opinion. But again, if you guys agree or agree to disagree, please leave any comments or questions that you have in the questions section below. I'm going to try to do another one of these soon. Just trying to spread my wings a little bit. So, not really necessarily something I always necessarily have time to do, but when I can, I love to do this and just kind of try out some different comps here. If anybody has anything they'd like me to try, on the next one, please let me know. But thanks for checking me out. Again, I'm sure you'll see me on Friday on the Lord Skunk stream. Be there and we'll be raiding. So look forward to the next one, guys. Thanks and take care.